Hey, what is going on today, guys? It is the one and only Evil here, and I want to address two things real quickly before this story time. One, I am aware that this eye is more fucked up than this eye. I literally noticed it, I tried recording this video before, but this is my second time actually doing it, and I noticed it the first time I did it. I have really no idea why. And the second thing is, I do know and I am aware that I posted a video yesterday and I wound up taking it down. I just really wasn't happy with it, didn't really like it. I will be retelling the story at some point, but when I feel that it's better, or a better time to. But let's just jump into this. So it was like, I'd have to say it was January or February, because it was still like winter out, but it wasn't like, it was after Christmas. Like there was no Christmas lights up, so me and my friend Damien, this takes place in the same place as the doing graffiti for the first time video with the same guy. We ended up going down to a hockey game that was happening at our local rink because, well, we were pretty bored, had nothing much else to do, and Call of Duty just, you can only play it for so long, and this is one of those, I think we were still on, like, what do you call it? Christmas fucking, I don't know if you guys have that or not, but, we have this thing where you get a break off for a couple weeks for Christmas and New Year's. It's really nice. It's actually really sick. It's almost like a miniature like summer, but in like when it snows, so it's pretty dope. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids. Oh, no, that eye's gonna be fucked up. Just got smoke in it. That's why you don't smoke. But needless to say, we wound up walking down. We didn't have any money, so we'd just sneak in. Like, the first quarter be done or whatever it's called. We'd sneak in when everybody come out during the second one. We wound up going out. And, like, you know, watch the hockey game. Like, we had no money, so we couldn't get food, so it's just a really shitty time all around. Like, I don't know. Really wasn't that good. I didn't even smoke cigarettes at the time. And my friend, he was just, he was asking for cigarettes, like he was bumming for them bad because we didn't bring any. It was a bad time. But he wound up having he got the Wi-Fi for the rink somehow. So when everybody went outside, we went with them, and just in case people checked for the stand. But nobody really ever did. It was a hockey rink. Okay, I thought this wasn't recording for a minute, but it was a hockey town. Nobody cared as long as you got to see hockey and rooted for your team. Yeah, nobody really cared. So it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill. And we wind up going outside. Ba-ding, ba-ding, comes up on his phone. And I'm like, who is it? And it was a mutual friend of ours. I'm not going to say his name, but he was a great guy. Great guy. And he smoked a lot of weed. So we wound up going up towards his place because he was like, hey, do you want to split a joint? And I didn't smoke weed, like, I didn't even smoke cigarettes. I was completely against it, like, no, I don't want to ruin my lungs. I don't want to be like that. My dad died of cancer. I'm going to die of cancer too. It's a long story, don't worry about it. But, not like I'm fine, don't worry about it. But, like, I was like, I don't want cancer. I'm going to die of cancer if I smoke cigarettes. But, here I am. But, if you smoke weed, just stick to weed. Just don't do cigarettes, alright? But, like, do your research first. It might not be good for you, but, like, for you personally. But, we ended up walking up halfway to his place, like, probably 3 or 4 houses up from his place, across the street. And we wind up going up there, to, like, go and smoke this joint. I wasn't, my friend Damien was. So we go up this way to like, well, smoke, and it was right outside this exit for this junkyard that this guy had. Like, he had the main entrance and he had the side entrance that went, like, was basically a 4-wheeler trail. So we went in there. So they're smoking the joint and they look at me, and I'm like, they're like, actually, and I'm like in my head I'm just looking at, like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna run into, I'm 13. Like, I was 13 or 14. I'm like, I'm gonna run into it sooner or later. At least they're not peer pressuring me, so I might as well get it over with. So I went, and I don't want to hear any shit about a baby hit, but I went, And I was like, okay. I didn't feel nothing, so I pass it back. And it was actually probably about this point, like right next to the filter. And it comes back to me because I wasn't feeling nothing. I was a little upset about that, actually. I thought it would be like cool. I thought this was really shitty, and this was my mine and Damien's mutual friend, mind you. Like, he grew this himself. Like, that's about the size of a hit I took. About 2 of those. Like, the puff puff, because I knew all the puff puff past. I basically acted like a stoner, but I never smoked weed or nothing. And so I wind up taking it. Like, our mutual friend winds up dipping, and it's like 12 o'clock at night by this point. And now we've got to walk back all the way back to my place. It's late at night, and we're the only people on the street. Oh boy, could I ever tell you, when it hit me, I was like, whoa. But every single white car that passed by, I was like, I'm just walking like Steve from Minecraft, just like eyes just, it was bad. It was bad. Like, because I thought every white car that passed by was an RCMP car. Like, that's our cop. Well, they used to have a town police, but not when I lived there. That it was switched over to RCMP by then. And oh, it was bad. So I wound up having this whole sketchy walk back home, cutting through backyards, up through neighborhoods, because like there's many like rows of streets, and mine was the very top one, which kind of sucked for this. But I wound up getting home, and I remember that my mom had just went shopping, and that she had bought 2 Delissio frozen pizzas. Shout out to Delissio frozen pizza. If you made it this far in the video, comment Delissio. Honestly, like, just comment Delissio. Like, I mean, some people think they like cardboard, but when you're stoned as hell for like one of the first times, it's great. I wound up cooking up both of them, me and my friend. And we had one each, full pizza, and I wound up rolling mine up, eating it like a cone. For the whole night I played Black Ops 2, giggling my ass off. Until around, I think 1:30 or so, and I look over at my friend, and he's sitting there, and he fell asleep, and he's got the cigarette hanging out of his mouth, because he got a cigarette. He rolled a cigarette, because I had all the rolling shit for him. And the fucking thing falls onto his shirt, starts burning him. Oh my god, I woke him up. I'm like, bro, you're burning yourself. He's like, what? Oh my god. It was like, bruh, such a funny moment. I wound up going back over. We wound up playing like 2 more rounds of Black Ops. 2 or 3. He passed out again. This time not with a cigarette, luckily. Finished the cigarette this time. And I think I passed out around 2:30. I had my very first burnout. 2:30 comes around, and I'm just out. I don't even remember passing it, because I was sitting there with the game in my hand, in this big old like 60s, like that 70s shows almost like style sofa with the like, it was all red. It was nice. It was this really nice chair. I got it for free. And I wound up just sitting there, passed out. And the next morning I wake up and I look over at my friend, and I'm like, dude,
you can pull in the driveway if you can reach in there if you can't get Wayne.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but
okay, dear. You're welcome.
I really don't know if y'all heard that, but that was funny. But I was sitting there, and I looked over at my friend, and I was like, I am definitely smoking weed again. And that's just an honest story of the first time I ever smoked weed. Honest to God. Like, you can ask my friend if I ever have him on the videos, because he still lives over there, and I moved, sadly. Shout out to the homie Damien, if you somehow are watching this video. Good friend. Brother, really. And actually, a shout out to my little brother Simon. I know he just subscribed to the videos, so, like, to the channel, so, what's up, buddy? But, yeah, that's a story time of the very first time I ever got high. I hope you